Also breaking tonight, the last killer whale just born in captivity at
SeaWorld in Orlando. Then, without warning, something went terribly wrong.
Don is the senior trainer here at Shamu Stadium.
Park after hours jumped into the animal's tank and was killed.
89% of whales in captivity had died since the capturing began in 1961 by companies such as SeaWorld.
The speedboats herded them in, and they could just pick out the young ones.
This is the worst thing that I've ever done.
These whales are living in tanks that are less than 1% of their natural habitat space, where they can be seen swimming in circles around the tanks.
Orca male and orca female is used to out there in the wild is the ocean. And so any tank is too small.
Orca whales are becoming endangered and treated unfairly by SeaWorld and other entertainment companies today.
I visited all 3 SeaWorld parks and documented my observations. I left all of these facilities with no doubt in my mind that orcas and other animals are suffering both mentally and physically, and that they will continue to suffer as long as they are restricted to.
These orcas kept in cramped spaces can develop violent and psychotic behavior.
All whales in captivity are all psychologically traumatized. It's not just telecom.
If you were in a bathtub for 25 years, don't you think you'd get a little psychotic?
Breeding captive whales can pass on these developed and dangerous traits. Scientists say orcas in captivity usually only live up to 25 years, while their average lifespan in the wild is about 50 to 80 years.
What do you think about the animal rights issue with the orcas within SeaWorld?
That they should be let out in the wild in the future, and they really shouldn't be kept at SeaWorld because they're not attractions, they're animals.
That orcas and all animals in SeaWorld should have similar rights as humans. Human rights all the time, but animals should be seen just as important, and they should be able to be set free and not be tortured or held captive.
And I feel like it's just taking a step back because we keep advocating human rights and everything. But if you look at animals, they're being mistreated throughout the world.
Some may argue it is more beneficial to see animals in person than in documentaries. But this is still inhumane, and instead we should be creating sanctuaries. A solution should be for SeaWorld to immediately stop breeding orca whales, and they should shut down their shows. After this takes place, non-profit organizations can create sanctuaries to help orcas become ready for the wild.
Orcas cannot thrive in theme parks. It cannot work.
Orcas need to be moved there now. Time is of the essence.
A film titled Blackfish released shocking footage where SeaWorld agreed to phase out performances of orca whales within the next 3 years. This film started a movement that exposed SeaWorld for their actions towards the orcas.
We have no right to rob them of their life and put them in these tanks and disguise it as conservation when all it is entertainment.
It means to be a SeaWorld.
Think about the poor animals next time you visit SeaWorld or even a zoo. Rather, don't visit them at all. Help send the message to these companies that this behavior will not be tolerated.
You stare politely right on through some sort of window